Oh my God, Fuzzy Potatoes has been shot. What do we do? What do we do? Okay, first thing is make sure he's okay. You gotta check for a pulse. Apply medical if necessary. And then try to disengage the shooter. This information about what sounds to be the First Amendment auditor getting shot for YouTube is spreading like hotcakes over a hot fire. And already within an hour I saw 7 videos when I typed in furry potatoes or funny potatoes, one of them. And I saw that video and it is disturbing. It looked like the scenario you could paint for it is it looks like maybe a Mexican security guard with who's Jewish, who represents Jewish security on a Jewish type of building, was like disturbed by the cameraman or some situation. Fuzzy Potato said that it was because of him, all because of him. Nothing else, no other reason. Nothing else was explained. And then just a quick jolt of the hand and you shot. Just like that. You didn't see the gun go to the guy's, the security guard's face. It was just a quick, it was like a flick of the wrist or something. I thought he shot the ground. It's hard to see. You gotta have a good computer screen, not a little iPod like this. So he got shot. And you got to apply first aid to that. You got to stop the bleeding. Try to squeeze the bullet out, and if it's not out, if it didn't have an exit wound at least already, you got to apply pressure. Put a tourniquet on, whatever. But Fuzzy Potato was committed. He kept that camera rolling, and we got to see the police arrive. I believe it was the police. That was the first thing they said. Call the police. The police? I think you'd want the ambulance. They actually argued, Furry Potato argued with the security guard, and afterward, and the security guard said that was a warning shot. Will this video stay on YouTube? Wow. This is something that's got to be suppressed by courts so it doesn't influence potential juries. You don't want this on YouTube if you want to bring this to trial. To make it a fair trial, otherwise it could be declared a mistrial because a lot of people are going to hear about it. This is something that people are really going to talk about and really debate the relevance of this First Amendment auditing and the danger that it can bring, and just the conflicts that could happen all in the name of First Amendment auditing. I mean, we have already a lot of regulations against our First Amendments, so that people can't take it too far. You can't yell fire in a theater, okay? So this is an event that's going to bring more attention in the media, and also lawmakers may want to decide on regulation for controlling or constricting First Amendment auditing. So this is an event that's very interesting. I'm only at the point where he got shot and the cops arrived. What happens after that? Paperwork. Tons and tons of paperwork, medical evaluation, getting that wound healed up. I like that he didn't I didn't really like that. I found it interesting that he refused to give his name several times when the cop asked for his ID and his name. He was silent. He would say he kept like he was sucking on lemons every time they asked for his name. And you'd think this would be a time maybe it would be a good idea to give the name in case you die, and you can at least let the next of kin know where you were, what happens. He's putting himself in a position where he just dies like an unknown soldier. So this is, and he got handcuffed too, he said, which is interesting. So this is something that I've been concerned about for myself too. I've had guns pulled on me, and it's not like I'm even First Amendment auditing. I'm just a poor guy living in my car, which apparently in New Jersey now they're making it completely illegal. If there's any sign of trash in your car, they're gonna accuse you of living in your car and give you a ticket for that. The lawmakers have decided that's reasonable, and I just saw that today. That's tough. Is this something that could sweep across the nation? Is that city or county is countywide law? Are they going to be the influence for other cities, for other counties to carry on to bring out a law like that? It's like a step above criminalizing homelessness. If you have a big backpack full of stuff, it looks like you're probably living on the streets, and you can get ticketed for that. Well, now they're moving to cars. You can't have a car as your habitat, and the stupid arguments. It's nice to see the arguments for that. They had debate, and they brought some weak. I felt they looked like weak arguments. I can't think of the actual arguments. What were those arguments? You I'd have to refer to that article again. Maybe I could post that so I can relook at that, because I can't quite remember. But this shooting, I mean, we've seen in the past, we've seen arrests, we've seen cameras getting taken away, we've seen cops throwing out threats and intimidation. Security guards too. Security guards just pulling out their guns. This time one's been fired off at Furry Potatoes. What a name. How did that word get spread so quickly? Because it made it, I seen within an hour, News Now Houston, he's the hub for this stuff. I'm giving just a reaction. He's the hub for that information. He's the guy to go to get updates. He even posted a link to the issue. And it's interesting, it was just titled H for that video. And it's hard to say how this video was put out. Was it with live feed? It didn't show live feed information on the actual video. It looked like he just uploaded it with H. So this event must have happened some time ago, enough where he could upload it maybe from the hospital. Hospitals sometimes can have pretty good internet connection, but I'm assuming that he's poor like me and has to rely on other organizations for their Wi-Fi. He probably has a fast phone connection. Upload it quickly. But what happens with this security guard? The cops' initial reaction was to go after the photographer and put him in handcuffs. I'm sure they broke off and went to the security guy too. But the cops work in that city, and they have a relationship with that Jewish synagogue, which is what the building appears to be. They have more of a relationship with that synagogue than they do this camera guy who refuses to give his name. So the credibility there is going to lean towards the synagogue and the activities going on there, because I'm sure they've been pretty they've presented themselves in a pot. I don't know how they present themselves. Usually I don't know how synagogues actually work, but they're more established, they're more credible than the anonymous cameraman. So that's the drama. It's a drama unfolding, and we can learn from this, or we could definitely learn from this.